is the final boss of God of War Ragnarok? Is it Big Zaddy Thor, or is it the Big Papa All-Father Odin? Hey nerds, Jared Bear here. Bear with me just for a second. Let's dive into this. I don't have a script. I just want to quickly get this off of my chest and onto a camera. Who is the fucking final boss of God of War Ragnarok? Right now, Ryan Hurst is the poster boy as Thor, the big, thick poster, the Big Daddy himself. He is Thor wielding Mjolnir, and I think that boss fight will go down as one of the greatest boss fights in video game history. But it's like, is he the final boss? Because if we're wrapping up the Nordic saga for Kratos in just 2 games, we have to kill Odin, right? And I get he wants to break the cycle, but like Odin, we can't leave him alive because Odin is the Zeus of Norse mythology. He is the big God here. He is Big Papa Pump. So we got to take care of him. Here's what I think happens, right? I think we do get an early encounter with Thor. I think we're overmatched. Maybe we don't even want to fight the man. Maybe we're a little scared. Not Kratos' style, but fuck, man. He maybe get overpowered a little bit, or it's a tie, whatever it is. Maybe Kratos even loses. That's just me. I think somewhere along the way, we also run into Odin, because there is a shot in the trailer of Odin coming up to their home and talking to Atreus. He's there. You still don't see his face, but we're going to have that moment. And I think maybe just like The Stranger, just like Baldur, there's a fight to reminisce, to have parallels with the first game. And I don't think anything we do to this man is going to hurt him. Now, let me explain something. The Blades of Chaos are sick. They did great in Greek mythology. They were amazing in Athens, Georgia. They were great in Olympus. The Blades of Chaos are a signature weapon for Kratos. That's his shit. It's one of the most iconic weapons in all of video games history and all of just life. The Blades of Chaos are dope. The Leviathan axe is also sick. You can throw it. You can bring it back. It's lit, right? But, there was things, frost damage. You couldn't hurt those people. But everybody else, Baldur, it did great against. I don't think using both of those things, even at the same time, is going to do a scratch to Odin. I think we fight him. I think a health bar pops up. Bing, bam, bop. We're doing everything we can. But that health bar isn't moving at all. It's not even ticking away. Not even 1%. And why is that? If you're not picking up what I'm putting down just yet, I think we have this encounter. A frustrated Kratos, maybe even with the guidance from Mimir and Tyr, however this plays out, now has to go and kill Thor. Maybe now instead of Thor seeking us, we seek Thor. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know how this is going to play out. At that point, we have the epic boss fight, the one that I keep thinking is going to be amazing, top 10 out of 10, just all over everything. It's going to be the boss fight. We now wield Mjolnir. We are worthy. Obviously, that's an MCU thing, but still, I think we get Mjolnir after killing Thor, and that's the only way that we can do damage and kill the All-Father Odin. You may be thinking, like, why would we have Odin as the big boss when we have big, thick daddy Thor? Odin is not a pushover. This man plucked out one of his own eyes in exchange for a sip, just a smidge of pussy, for just a fucking sip, a slurp of water from the well of knowledge, because he was jealous Mimir had more knowledge than he did. The man hung himself from Yggdrasil for 9 days, something like that. He has 2 all-knowing ravens on each of his shoulders. Hungin and Mungin. I don't know how to say their names. He has 2 wolves. I forget their names. The man has Galahorn. And I'm thinking of Galahorn because of Destiny, but that's neither here nor there. I don't even think it's important. I think it's just literally a fucking horn. He has a spear, which I cannot pronounce. He has his own, Death Rider horse or some shit. I can't remember that either. The man is a shapeshifter. He can throw down. Okay? Odin is not some softy. So what I think happens literally is that that Thor is literally just a roadblock to get to Odin. I think we have to kill Thor to get Mjolnir to kill Odin. Because again, I know he wants to break the cycle, Kratos does, but if we're going to wrap up the Norse mythology, if we're going to wrap this up, we have to also kill Odin and Heimdall and Hel and all these other people. But if they don't make the game, at least give me Thor and Odin. I think both fights will be equally as badass, with the Thor fight being the poster fight, even after the game's done, still being the one people talk about. Because remember, fighting Baldur or fighting Sigrun, the last Valkyrie, the Valkyrie Queen herself, or any of the Valkyries, felt like boss fights, white knuckle boss fights that you're gripping your controller and you're in this shit. You have to focus. This is like Dark Souls, man. You got to fucking know the patterns. You have to know what you're doing. I think that's how those boss fights will go, while I think the Odin boss fight itself will be something along the lines of the Ares boss fight from God of War 1. I think that'll be something where you're both kind of OP, you both do heavy amounts of damage, you have Mjolnir at this point, and you're beating the shit out of people. I think that's how it goes. I think Mjolnir, like I've mentioned before, will have its own skill tree, like the Leviathan axe, the shield, Atreus' arrows, the Blades of Chaos, etc. Maybe we don't unlock new moves, but maybe we get something along the lines of just being able to level it up to do more damage. That would be pretty fucking sick, right? And we can have it on our hip next to Mimir. Mimir can gawk at it. He can try to lick it with his tongue or whatever. It'd be nice. Now, with that being said, we do have imbued weapons now. The Leviathan Axe, obviously known for frost, and the Blades of Chaos, known for fire, get, element-specific things to them, like I just mentioned. I think Mjolnir should also be in that as that third cog. And now we have lightning abilities. And first thing that comes to my mind is obviously Thor from the MCU with his lightning and Captain America wielding the hammer. But in Norse mythology, Thor still being the god of thunder, he can have lightning and thunder abilities Kratos can have wielding Mjolnir. And I think it'd be sick, right? I think it would be just amazing. So too long didn't read or too long didn't listen, however you want to word it. I think Thor is just a roadblock to get to Odin. And in order to do any damage to Odin, especially kill him, we have to have Mjolnir. So we have to kill Thor to get Mjolnir to kill Odin and wrap up this game to break the cycle. We'll do what we got to do. But here's the thing. I just think we have to wield Mjolnir in the first place. Why put the weapon in the hands of people IRL in the collector's edition, but not put it in the hands of the player in the game so we can throw it, snap it, call it back, and beat the shit out of Odin? I don't know. I'm just here. How does this work in the overarching theme for Ragnarok? The two wolves have to chase the sun and the moon. A Fenrir has to eat Odin. Maybe we go recruit Fenrir to eat Odin in the first place. Maybe we don't even need Mjolnir. What the fuck do I know? Thor has to fight the world serpent. So if we kill Thor, do we have to fight the world serpent? That's Loki's son. How does Atreus feel about all this? There's still so many questions. November 9th can't get here soon enough. If you made it to the end of this video, I love you to pieces. And I can't wait to it. If you want to watch me play the game live, I will be playing it on Twitch when the game comes out. Twitch.tv/JBRVI. I'm not going to be reading chat to avoid spoilers. We're locking in. We're playing the game. You can watch live reactions, live plotting and thought processes. You can watch the full Let's Play once it's done over on Bear Plays. A link to all that stuff will be in the description box down below. We'll have stuff on this channel. I know I'm spread out all over the place, but I can't help it. My brain can't function sometimes. I'm out. Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. As always, links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. Check back for gameplays, commentaries, news, and updates. Later, nerds.